Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to my YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But first, I just want to apologize guys with the network connection over the weekend when I was trying to go live. I did manage to go live on Saturday, but it is the quality of the replay is not very good. But I highly appreciate those that have stuck out and supported me even though I was having all those difficulties. Unfortunately, load shedding is really doing a number on many content creators here in South Africa, especially when we have to go live. YouTube encourages us to go live more often than not, but now with all this load shedding and then the quality of internet connection is not good, then we are finding ourselves in a bit of trouble. So guys, please do bear with us for a while. Yesterday, I had to abort the entire live because the quality was just not there at all. So I apologize for that, and I apologize for the inconvenience that was caused. Anyways, even if I did continue and there was no problems, my lights kind of like just went off. Apparently, there was cable theft. Right now, they are busy with the substation trying to restore the cables. I thought that problem was solved already, but clearly not. But anyways, guys, I thought let me just apologize for that. And let's get into today's video, because this video is going to be doing what I was supposed to have done yesterday on my live, which was predicting the week ahead. And so these are my predictions for the week in the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Retrial. So I think personally, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I'm just thinking, I'm rubbing my two IQs together and I am sparking some predictions. So please just understand that. My biggest prediction this week on the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Retrial is that the defense lawyers are going to lodge an application with the North Gauteng High Court to have Kelly Khumalo take the stand after the explosive testimony of Colonel Steyn. Now, for me, I don't think that there's much to be said, but only clarifications that are going to be needed, especially by the defense lawyers. Of course, the onus is going to be on accused number 5 to prove exactly how these links between him and Kelly Khumalo, him as well as the other co-accused, have absolutely nothing to do with the death of Senzo Meyiwa. You guys have heard me a number of times that for me, the cell phone records don't mean anything to me, and I mean that. Up until I am told the content of those cell phone records. Now, there's been a debate between me and some other people. They are saying circumstantial evidence. As far as I understand South African criminal law, is that our law is substantive. This means that facts are the ones that persuade a court to make a ruling rather than circumstantial evidence. Okay, circumstantial evidence is also known as indirect evidence that may be linked with a fact that is not placed on the table. But now the court will have to sit down, because apparently, as I understand it, circumstantial evidence in the South African criminal law is not just easily admissible in court. So these phone records, the defense lawyers may have it thrown out and say it must not be admissible into evidence because there is no tangible, there's no substance to these recordings. And I would agree with the defense if they take that route. Okay, let me not say it does not play a full role, but then again, it needs to be justified with some kind of proof. You need to prove that this circumstantial evidence is, these are the facts that we don't have on the table about. Now, this circumstantial evidence that I am seeing about the phone records, they don't mean anything. Absolutely nothing as far as I'm concerned. Yes, it does show that Kelly Khumalo knew accused number 5. It does show that the accused number 5 and his co-accused, they know each other, even though I hear that the one time they denied that they knew each other. But come on. Anything can be said by accused number 5 when he justifies how he knows Kelly Khumalo. He is a man, by the way, who is a hardcore hitman. And most of the time we know that many people that go to courts, now let's be a little bit honest here. Some black people, when they go to court, they have a tendency of going to a sangoma to try and get, how do I put it? They want to use Muti on the judges. They try to use Muti on the prosecutors not to see things, or I don't know, one of those things. But I think you understand what I mean. So Kelly Khumalo is a Sangoma. So what if accused number 5 wanted Kelly Khumalo to put some few mutis for him so that he wins a certain case that he was going through? We don't know. He could say absolutely anything on the stand to dispute these phone records that it's linked with him and the death of Senzo Meyiwa. So same goes with his link with the other co-accused. He could say, no, I mean, we come from the same place, or we are related, or whatever the case might be, and then we do interact here and there. You can't dispute that, because the phone records does not give us audio of what these conversations were about. That is indeed circumstantial, but is it enough to be admitted into evidence? I don't think so. That is the point that I'm trying to make. Our law is substantial. It is not circumstantial. I think that's how our law is designed, that show us proof so that we can apply the appropriate law and appropriate sentence and punishment if the person is found guilty. So this debate that we are busy having about circumstantial and substantial, I think we need to educate ourselves, myself included, about the circumstantial evidence. Who was ever arrested on the basis of circumstantial evidence? I mean, like, who was sentenced to a long sentence out of circumstantial evidence, and then that person did not go to the Supreme Court of Appeal to appeal that matter, and then still the Supreme Court of Appeal upheld the verdict of the lower court? Please, if there is such, please let me know. Let me also get educated about this circumstantial evidence, because I've always known in the back of my head that the South African criminal justice is about facts, and the facts, law is applied on them, not just sucking things out of our thumbs because it seems to look like this is the evidence linking this circumstantial situation, and therefore a verdict must come out of that of punishment. I don't know. I mean, because I'm telling you, if I was ever accused of a crime and then only circumstantial evidence is placed before a court and the court rules against me, I will appeal this court. I will appeal that ruling all the way to the highest court in the land. So that's the argument I think that I have, that, hey, educate me. If you think I'm being ignorant about this, I'm more than willing to be educated about this circumstantial evidence thing. My second prediction, I don't think Colonel Steyn is going to be able to connect the dots regarding the cell phone records when the defense start cross-examining him. I think he's going to have a bit of a difficult time, where he is going to be accused of speculation, because these phone records are nothing but sparking speculation. So until he says this is for a fact, then he must present the fact, and then that is how I think his phone records are going to be admitted into evidence. I also foresee the defense asking Colonel Steyn why he did not mention in his phone record analysis that Kelly Khumalo called the Meyiwa, or Kelly Khumalo called Chikotwala, or Tumelo called the Meyiwa brother, I think Sfiso Meyiwa, about the death of Senzo Meyiwa. So all those stuff, of course, Colonel Steyn will have to answer, because I was also wondering why you were only taking out cell phone records of accused number 5, Kelly Khumalo, accused number 1, and accused number 3 and 2. Why not the phone records of who contacted Chikotwala, who contacted Sfiso Meyiwa, who contacted this person and who contacted that person? Why that was being selective only and exclusively for the 5 men that stand accused of Senzo Meyiwa? So the defense really need to go hard on that one. Okay, this one might be overreaching, but I think one of the witnesses that was in the house on the 26th of October 2014 may confess. If they don't confess, they might say something that might implicate everybody that was present in the house, and probably if it's a confession, they will be managed to tell the court that there was never intruders. Secondly, they will also be able to name the person that actually shot and killed Senzo Meyiwa. Whether that was by accident, intentional, or whatever the case is, they will be able to say, or at least they will say what they saw. And what they heard, the discussion was amongst each other. Okay, hearsay, it is not admissible in court, which is somebody might say, but that's circumstantial. No, hearsay is not admissible in the South African Criminal Court. However, we may hear something by one of the accused, because I think this one accused is going to be just tired of this entire saga and the fact that this matter has been withholding their own lives from moving forward, and the dark cloud that just keep following them everywhere they go. I think they just will want to release it all and eventually tell some kind of truth and then take us forward with this matter to its conclusion. Well, like I said, guys, those are just my predictions. I'm not saying this is what is really going to happen, but it's what I'm foreseeing happen. Me rubbing my two IQs together, and I'm trying to understand basically how are we going to move forward with this matter. And I really want to have this education. Please educate me on circumstantial evidence. I want to know what persuades a court in South Africa, a criminal court in South Africa, to admit circumstantial evidence into evidence. Please educate me on that one. I am truly ignorant about it. I admit to that, but I don't think circumstantial evidence is a thing here in our criminal justice system, but more like substantial evidence. Anyways, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like anyway. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Do share this video far and wide. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. And also, my super thanks are turned on. I appreciate everybody that's super thanking me. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in my next video. Goodbye.